Hey guys, it's Target coming at you with another game of Subnautica. The aurora burns in the background. It's nighttime here. We are kind of hungry. We're just gonna go into the escape pod real quick, grab a little bit of food. I certainly either have some, and if I don't, then I'll go get it. No, it would have rotten by now, probably. Probably. Unimportant, ultimately. We've got a little bit of first aid stuff, and we'll need to get, like, some stuff for adventuring. Like, we'll need water and food. Where's the fudge? It is in the refrigerator upstairs. Perhaps if the stream goes long enough and I take a break, I'll run up and bring a piece, and then I'll hold it in front of the camera and point out what went right, and then point out how either I or somebody else didn't seal it properly, and what happens whenever that happens. But it's still quite wonderful. It's just not flawless. By Warhammer. You ask if I have thalassophobia. No, I do not. I'm not afraid of the deep. I am afraid of specific aspects of the ocean and stuff. I mean, who wouldn't be? But in specific, I am not. I am afraid of very many things, but I'm essentially like totally unafraid of drowning myself. I'm afraid of drowning, comma, myself. Like, you know, like, which is to say, I'm not afraid of it. Not like anybody that drowns is drowning themselves in a technical sense, I suppose. Anyway, a little dark. I suppose not ultimately true in all the cases. We're not going to examine all of the exceptions. Probably shouldn't do that. Anyway, not really funny, you know. Not really funny, I guess. But anyway, I'm not afraid of that at all. I've always been a very confident swimmer. I have, you know, swum great distances before. You know, I have got out into the ocean and gotten back in without succumbing to fear or anything. But anyway, we need to like find some stuff, so we're just gonna go down here and see if any stuff could be gotten. Can we grab this ray? Can we? It's a spade fish. I'm under attack. I don't know how exactly. Well, that's okay. Maybe the spade fish hit me. We still got like a minute and a half of oxygen, so we'll just go here. But no, but I guess like the fear of drowning is not at all the same as thalassophobia. Look, if I was in like a dark oceanic space, you know, like probably I'd be nervous, but I'm not like, if I was out in the middle of an ocean, you know, like you'll see a picture of, you know, like people jumping off of a boat, whatever, you know, or like military servicemen. Who wants it? There we go. Now it is on. Get wrecked. I missed. The disrespect. Acting like I'm not even worth your time. Oh, but I will be. Oh, but I will be. Oh, you're gonna go this way? This is my home turf. Where do you think you're gonna go? Yah! Calorie intake recommended. I am trying. Clean. You know, it sort of occurs to me, in an insincere and unimportant way, that maybe that they run away after you hit them is good, you know, for, like, because you're not supposed to try to kill them. You know, maybe it's like you're supposed to. All right, we're gonna calorie intake. We're gonna get some calories. We're just gonna catch some fish. We're gonna physically catch them, maybe, or not. But we need food. That's more important than prosecuting this particular battle. Not least because, you know, you don't even get anything when you get them. Like, what's the point? And, like, I could try to fight one of those. I haven't done that yet. But they sort of seem, like, nice. And, you know, the narrative strength of being a big old fish as opposed to a little old fish Wait, are you trying to hit me, bro? Yeah, see, he's just like... Sometimes he stinks up the air a little bit. But, you know, they seem nice. And while I haven't tried to hit them with a knife yet, you know, maybe we will eventually. Good. A creature egg. We have only 30 seconds of breath remaining. We should get to the top. And hopefully, yeah, cook a few fish. Yeah, you know, I wasn't planning on attacking. You know, they seem nice. You can sometimes tell when you see a big old silly animal that they're nice. All right, so we need batteries. So we need to get acid mushrooms because we don't need to use the wire, right? Right. But first, we're gonna spend a little bit of time crafting water and food here. This is a very important part of being crash landed anywhere. Everybody knows that. That was a cooked bladderfish, so that was not like ideal. Because you can get water out of those, and water stays good forever. That's why I made a second one of them immediately. Good. Great. We just need to grab some mushrooms. They might be in here or in the outside one. We've got one here. We'll just go pick some more off of the floor. You know, because why wouldn't we? No, we'll look in the box outside. That's what we'll do. Is it going to be dark when we go out? No, not yet. You know, it's so nice when it's light. And, yeah, I guess I'm not, like, afraid of the ocean. I am afraid of the ocean at dark. No, we don't have any mushrooms in here. That's okay.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright, good stuff. Maxed out. Yeah, we're not going to be going anywhere sketchy right now, so we don't need to worry about... Because right now we're just trying to make a couple of batteries and then figure out the next step from there. You know, how fortunate that there's an escape pod in the side, you know. They've got an entrance on the top and on the bottom, but not like a nice door. Like, look, this is going to be an escape pod that's especially good if you crash land onto an ocean. You're going to be, like, really pleased. Alright, so we gotta go get cave sulfur. That's what's holding us back here. A flashlight might be good. But yeah, the repair tool is the thing that's important, so we need to go to a cave. So we need to just grab some glass, which we either have or we have the quartz for. Is it 1 quartz for a glass? Probably not. We might have to go get some. That'll be okay. It's like, no. I do not know what happened to the other pods. In fact, until you mentioned that, in my typical self-centered way, I hadn't even considered that there were any. Alright, we're gonna get a nice little flashlight here. That's gonna be good. We're gonna be able to look at it, you know, it's gonna be, yeah. An excellent dive flashlight that'll make us feel calmer about going into these places, because we'll be like, boom! No secrets anymore. And I guess it'll eventually run out of power and we'll throw it away. That's the fate of everything. We're gonna break the line stack outcropping. We need more copper for various stuff.
A common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
Thanks, bro. Alright, well, she thinks I'm about to asphyxiare, but all that means is I need to not do that, or she's gonna feel very right. Alright, 80 seconds right now. Oh, yeah, there's a, there's literally a sky right here, so I don't know, you know, it's probably just a good general warning. Probably trying to remind me that we died just yesterday, thinking that we wouldn't. Any sand sharks around? Doesn't look like it. We just need some more copper. Huge amount of salvage. Alright, we need to... Yeah, we just need to drop a couple of them, actually. So, go ahead and eat that, max up there. So we need sulfur. That's the thing, and you find it in cave systems. There's also some stalkers around who I have moderately little respect for. They might try to come down here with me, but we'll see. More silver? Excellent. Silver's like the hotness. You need that for a couple good things. Now, I have no idea what the dangerous stuff is around here. Can you hit this? Do you get sulfur if you hit the walls? No, it doesn't look like it. Are we far? No. Let's just go ahead and put our stuff up. There's no sense in taking something like silver away from our chest when we're right next to it. That's right. It always makes me a little jumpy, but then it's like, no, that's just like the calm, you know, cow-like mooing of that particular one who's polite and, you know, nice. Oh, we've got lead now? But that's the thing we needed. Alright, yeah, so now we can make a radiation suit also. We must have gotten that from some of the stuff that we were breaking down in the, down in the place. So there you go. Hey, we have made a radiation suit. Or rather, we are currently in the midst of making a radiation suit. Go me. Where is it? I'm wearing it. Okay. Good job. Hooray. We got gloves. Alright, the other stuff you had to, like, pick up. This one it automatically put on. I can go to the Aurora now. Nice. Yeah, we're not gonna go immediately, though. We're gonna try to stay on the path, you know, of, Okay, so physically using the batteries that you have that are called batteries to charge them. That makes sense, you know, that's smart. I would need tools to do that. Yeah, my plan was to just, like, rather than go to the Aurora, to go try to get the repair tool, you know, try to find the stuff that's gonna help us repair the materials here, and then, like, go from there, you know. We should salvage this thing. And it's dark. That's alright. They're usually not, like, waiting underneath to attack you. I say that. They might. This is important because nothing in a survival game in the whole world is more important than putting stuff into boxes and never coming back again. Except, like, sometimes you'll be like, man, where is my random stuff? And then you amazingly, brilliantly will go and get it. Hey, Nickman. Yeah, I've never played Subnautica before just a few days ago. And this is the second stream, so right now, I guess we're at like hour 3 or so of playtime, so I'm still absolutely a novice. But we have made a couple basic tools, and we have driven our enemies before us with, you know, just brutality. And we have seen scary things occasionally. And said, oh no! And then, you know, sometimes been the opposite of oh no in our response to it. We're gonna pick up this spadefish. Was that a sand shark over yonder? Yeah, looks like it. Alright, we just need to go to, like, weirder and further places in search of items we haven't picked up yet, right? Like, what's this stuff? You know, like, literally what's going on here? Oh, it burns us. It physically hurts us. Not ideal. Alright. Does our health automatically regenerate? The bubbling made me nervous. Alright, so we just need to not run into them. Alright, we have 1 minute left. These things are kind of blue.
Cave entrance, depth 90 meters, leading to an unknown environmental biome.
Alright, well, that's where we'll go. Oh, boy. That looks a little large. I don't think we want to fight it. Can we scan it without dying? These are questions. It's important to be brave. We'll just get real close. Reefback Leviathan. Alright. Clean. You say it's chill, doesn't do anything. Well, I didn't know that. I was being brave. Alright, good. The sun's coming up. Now we can go down into this deep, dark cave.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Oh. We gotta go back up immediately. We're not gonna be able to, Yeah. Anyway. That is too far down. There's a bunch of stuff there. We're gonna go check that out. Yeah, because that was really quite far down. Alright, do we have anything? Nope. That means, do we have anything we would miss if we died? Alright, we're just gonna zoop on over here to this little, this little thing. Should be able to scan all sorts of junk over here, right? Like, what's this? This looks different. Yeah! Hooray! Blueprints for a scanner room, 1 of 3.
Data.
Is this a thing? It is a quartz thing. Alright, 1 minute of air. Looks blue is meaningless. A bioreactor fragment. 1 of 2. Man, we have not completed any of this stuff, but at least we are finding more parts to it. 30 seconds of oxygen, time to go up. Yeah, I said it before you did. You don't have to tell me everything. Oh, there's a sand shark there. I'm sure it wasn't trying to smash me. Looks like there's some more stuff over that way. We're gonna go try to check that out.
Oxygen.
Yes, I know, oxygen. Way ahead of you, lady. Say the rain outside your house is particularly loud. One of my favorite sounds in the world, for sure. That and the strange, like, creaking roars of the,
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
the other denizens of the deep here. Alright, another little scanner room thing. What's this? An egg? Yes. Alright, 87, that's still fine. Sand shark there, not technically a problem. Very large mass of something here. Salt deposit, but you can't collect it because you gotta have a pickaxe. Oh, one of those things, you know. Big pickaxe doesn't want, you know, the little guy horning in on there. Oh boy! Ha! This is getting out of control. Now there are two of them. That one looks larger than the one that we scanned at night. Ooh, wee. That. Alright, I guess we just come up alongside it and try to scan it, and if it eats us, then what are you gonna do? We'll know not to do it again. This is another reef back. This is just how large they get? Are you joking? I guess, yeah. So they basically have like acid mushrooms on them. Hey, here's another thing. That's a sand shark. I think they're mad at each other, principally. I don't think they care that I'm going to scan the scanner room fragment. I think this is 3 of 3 for the room. Yeah, scanner room synthesized. I don't know what that means, but this looks like a computer tower. Alright, we have 70 seconds left of air. It's important to note that internally. That way, if you run out of it entirely, you can be like, man, why didn't someone tell me? And then chuckle. Just sensibly chuckle about it. Yeah, nothing to worry about there. It's just a normal kraken. If it looked more like a whale, I guess it might seem peaceful.
30 seconds.
Oh yeah, no, there's a ton of them here, aren't there? Yeah, there's 4. I don't know if I would swim in the ocean with creatures like that, even if a scientist told me they don't attack. I don't know. Because, you know, you can go through life thinking you're brave, but you don't know until you crash land on a planet with reefback leviathans, if you're brave or not. I think maybe I wouldn't be. A vending machine? I'll be able to buy snacks? With what money? Unimportant. More lead, that's good. More silver, that's very good. 1 minute left. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on. Ooh, gold. Nice. That's, I think, the first gold that we found. We're gonna want to get back home pronto. The last thing that we want is to lose all of our precious lead. Or gold.
30 seconds.
No, you're right. I don't know what awaits. But that was very fruitful, you know. We found a bunch of blueprints and stuff, and we got some good materials. Not the ones we were looking for, but silver and gold. I'm sure we're not at the limits of the times we'll need them. Hooray, we got a wiring kit. I think it's just another part. But importantly, it is a single space component, and that's superior to what we had going on. So this rebreather, and that can be... That's like the last thing to do. And we can use the wiring kit and fiber mesh to get that, and that'll be like last of those. So we need the wiring kit for habitat builder. Alright, so we can just get a computer chip and a battery, and then we'll go, what do you need for a computer chip? Oh, we can make that. Alright, cool. Table coral sample, copper wire. Let's get our stuff together. Maybe I don't have the copper. Well, we'll... Oh, it's right here. There we go. Advanced wiring kits.
Blueprint acquired.
And, that. Alright, so now we can get an even better wiring kit with more gold. Cool. Got it. Makes sense. We're just putting some of the slightly nicer stuff there, so we can continue putting, you know, things here. Oh, never mind. These only carry like a little bit, right? I am terrible. I guess we could make the titanium into ingots. We're just probably getting too much titanium. We could just make another box. That would be traditional. Because if you try to force me into playing a game... Thank you. How's it going? Yes, indeed. More Subnautica. If you try to force me into playing a game properly with inventory management, I'll just make a whole bunch of chests. You can't make me. No one can. We're just gonna grab a couple, fishes for food real quick. Boomerangs are the best ones. Alright, well. I'm just imagining being the computer here, you're like, oh, and then he's gonna cook a whole bunch of fish again. I'm like, good, we got a guy who really knows how to focus. Wonderful. But you know, this computer should count itself lucky. You know, there are worse things than being subjected to a dude who collects a bunch of monster eggs. Can't think of any right now. Alright, let's go try to find some more stuff. You know, we're gonna need to range away from here a little bit. What's that? Oh, I think it's just coral sticking out over the front. I mean, this is a stalker. If you want to dignify it with a name like that. Is there another one there? I think so. Nope. Get wrecked. No! How? Alright, well, anyway. They're right behind me, aren't they? I was supposed to be, like, exploring places, but really, I just get so contemptuous. Well, we can zoop out here to the Aurora. I do have my radiation suit. I got my little lead-lined gloves. I got my little lead-lined helmet. I got my adorable little lead-lined knife. If I drop my knife, I'll cry. Not really, I'll just make another one. I know how. I'm not gonna go out knifeless. We got our little flashlight. In case there's anything on the floor to scan, we'll be able to look right at it, you know. Is that fish on fire? Confusing. Great, it's dark now. I'm sure everything will be fine. After all, we've got a handy little flashlight. Yeah. Yes, defeating the Stalkers in glorious single combat is indeed a priority. I think they started it by being around. What's this thing? Yeah! It's like that looked like a different thing. A grav trap.
New blueprint acquired.
Gravity entrapment. An office chair. This is we found a swivel chair, and this one's one for an office. This is different in a way that I can't articulate, but that should be obvious. Oh yeah, we're getting all sorts of stuff. A beacon fragment. Okay, yeah. Now we can make a beacon. We have found the important place here. It's got all the stuff. Is this another thing? Another sea glide fragment. I think we've already got one of these. Yes, indeed. Now we got a sea glide. We have 1 minute left. Is this something? Yep.
New blueprint acquired.
Like, what are they playing? Like, are they playing Battleship there? Sort of looked like a special rock. Another weird egg. Get some more air real quick. Like, I hope that's not a eel. Copper, good, good. 30 seconds of oxygen. Alright, do we have water? Not really. We'll eat that and get even less because it was going bad. We got a bit of time before we have to worry about the water. Here, bladderfish, excellent. They show up a lot better at night, which is probably one of the features of night, you know. So each one of those turns into 20 units of water, which will get you through basically a day, you know, so. This sort of twilight hour is, I guess, when they show up about the best. Really. Not twilight, dawn. Alright, and that's... Alright, so that's what those little, like right there, looks like. Can you avoid it? I mean, not easily. They sure do get upset about visitors. Can't imagine why. What have I ever done to them, specifically them? Not any other fish, but them, only them. What have I ever done? Alright, so this was that wreckage earlier that we were at, which it makes sense that there was so much cool stuff there because we were here in like the shadow of it, but we're just gonna, with the benefit of daylight. Yeah, there we go. Scan more things. Oh, open supply crate.
Preparing the day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
Alright, well I thought we were going to scan it, but it actually was just a water bottle, which is still pretty good. We're going to keep on looking around because, well, that's salvaged, and it looks like maybe all of this is salvaged too. Oh yeah, we are getting there, aren't we? This is like a lamp. I love lamp. A power transmitter fragment.
New blueprint acquired.
Is this a thing? It looks like a thing. No, it is just a white light. I think it deceived me the last time we were around too. Maybe we got all this stuff here. Maybe. That sort of shimmers. It's just a rock. It did sort of shimmer though. And we've already scanned all of these things. Yes. Okay. Can I pick it up now that I've scanned it? Oh no, I have not scanned that one yet. you break it if you've seen it before by scanning it into its parts. Sure. Oh, we're almost out of air. We're pretty close to the surface, though. That's just fine. Yeah, you better run. Never should have come here. Hard to believe I've scanned one of those, but I guess anything could have happened in the past. Cyclops Bridge Fragment. Cyclops Engine Fragment. Supply crate. Hey, DK. Sand sharks doing their thing. That's the same kind of coral tube as the other ones? Wild. Look, they're the experts. I don't make the rules. Oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, it's a box. Oh, you're gonna go to ground? That's the strategy? You think I'm gonna let that go? Just because I don't know where you are doesn't mean I can't hit you! A big old thing of lead. That one's still mad at me for minding my own business. I will hit you with a knife again. I just need to make sure the other one didn't know I was gonna hit you with a knife again. Get wrecked. You know, because they can bring too many dudes to a fight. It's not sportsmanlike anymore. What have we here? Lamp? I love lamp. It's a power transmitter fragment, and we've already found it, so I guess You just get like some stuff if you've already found the blueprint for the thing. I think I've already said that. But I think that again. Alright, there's lead and stuff out here, but we can't collect it. Man, how big was this spaceship, y'all? No, I don't know how large they're supposed to be. Yeah, I don't think I forgot about you. I knew you were there. So many hits in quick succession. Feels good. You're not going to get away from me, buddy. There might be a single Drosophilia alive in my house. It might become intolerable. Sometimes, after a little bit, you're just like, you know what? You might be a fly, but I'm a person. Huh. We've got an escape pod here. It was broken when it got here, it looks like. We got a creature decoy. Yep, they never really had a chance, huh? Their box of stuff did get opened, though. Their thing on the wall doesn't really work. You can't even open the top door. Yeah, totally. Abandoned PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
There we go. Life pod 4 data, which we'll be able to read when we get to a safe place. The top of this life pod is certainly not one, although I guess you could sit up here and be like, haha, the stalker can't get me here.
To any Altera crew. Landed in area of significant alien activity. Encountered predators in the Leviathan class, highly aggressive. Spectroscope scanner assigned species designator Reaper.
Predators, Leviathan,
To swallow
Reaper.
the life pod, doing extensive damage in the process.
And the life pod was fine, but it got
The
chopped.
safety of the Aurora crash site. I have retrieved a data box with the creature decoy and enough resources to fabricate a couple of them. The swim's longer than the decoy lifetime, but it should just be enough to keep them busy. If you don't find me on board the ship, presume I miscalculated.
So you use the decoys to distract the big Leviathan things, and that's what they were trying to do. But I don't have the decoy, I just picked up the ability to make them, so I would need to go back and make some, I think. But home is far. It's like a whole kilometer. And you need wiring kits for it. I see, I see. Alright, well now it's gonna be dark, so I guess we'll just go up here. Do I have any items I'll care about losing? I mean... who cares? I don't have enough water anyway. This is the sort of bad decision-making that I'm prey to. No, I mean, I guess we should go home, right? I guess we should swim home and get water. Because what's the point of going to the ship if we don't have the things that we know we need to make? After all, the log said that we would need them or that we get eaten. Alright, cancel all your fun. We're gonna swim back and make the decoys.
Seek fluid intake.
Not because I'm smart, but because we would have ran out of water, and that would have rendered all of this very pointless. But how much progress have I made this stream? Oh, I would say none, but maybe some. I found some gold, so that was good. I made the radiation suit, so I've got like some lead and gold and silver that I found. So I made like a wiring thing, and I found a whole bunch of like blueprint stuff. So I guess like a lot of progress. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a lot of progress. We can make a bunch of things that I haven't made before and that I don't know anything about. I made a flashlight, you know, that's good. I can swim with it above the water. It's very comforting. So, the corner of my screen where the goggles are, does it get, like, redder sometimes? Am I just imagining that? Is that, like, you're closer to a predator thing? Or is it just, like, sometimes it looks a little redder? Because, like, are my goggles physically red? I don't know. Maybe y'all can tell me. Yeah, I found like a bunch of blueprints, which I consider that good, but maybe it's just sort of inevitable. You know, maybe if you go out in the direction of the thing, then you do it. But you know, like now we could make a beacon. I don't know why I would need to, but I also don't know how big this game is, and I get lost very easy. So I guess I should say I know exactly why I would need to make a beacon. We're just gonna catch a couple fish real quick. For breakfast and second breakfast. For dinner and supper and afternoon tea. It's like, it's so comfy when you finally get here. When you're inside of the escape pod, you're like, oh yeah, as long as the Leviathan doesn't click on me, we're fine.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Yeah. We're just gonna make some water. Gotta make water, that's what's hot on the streets. There's this game that I played long ago called Dragon Warrior 4. It's in the Dragon Quest series, but in America it was called Dragon Warrior, like the NES cart that we had. And it was divided, it was like a JRPG on the NES, but it was divided into like chapters, right? 5 of them. And you would meet, you would have like a main character of each chapter, you would meet secondary characters, and then in the 5th chapter, almost all of them met up, and then, like the overarching story became clear. It was very awesome. I loved it. But the 3rd chapter, I think it's 3rd. The 3rd or the 4th chapter, you're like a merchant at the very beginning, and you run an item shop. And you're supposed to go adventure, right? You're supposed to go off and do your thing. Alright, so a sea glide, we need copper wire, and... I assume this is like a jetpack.
Will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod.
Like a water jetpack, from reading it, that's what it seemed like. But so you run this item shop, and you're supposed to, like the game. You can sit in there. People will come in and buy stuff and sell stuff, and at the end of the day, your wife tells you a jetpack for underwater. Yeah. Like a rocket that you hold. I see. And you're supposed to go adventure into the local cave or whatever, and then from there go off on your adventure. But what you can do is spend like a super long time just hanging out and running your item shop. And your loving wife makes you breakfast in the mornings and tells you that you did a good job. And you argue with your customers. And you can do that as long as you want. Like, you can do it so long. And I actually have in the past. So, one of the best weapons in the whole game is called the Sword of Malice. And you normally wouldn't be able to get it at that sort of time early in the game at Chapter 3. But it was very expensive. But you could buy one. You could get enough money to buy one from the guy for your shop. And then you could buy it from your shop instead, because when you went out, your wife would take over the counter, is how it worked. But anyway, that's my story about playing the beginning of a game wrong. This is like the 3rd chapter, so it was many hours in, but it was still pretty funny to me. I'm like, look, I know this game wants me to leave the store, but I'm gonna play at the store for a while. I'm gonna play at the store for a long time. Alright, I guess we can just go ahead and wait. No, we needed to make the decoys. That was like the whole thing that we read about. More wiring kits. But wiring kits need, like, silver. Right. So we need silver. We might just go out there and see what's up after all. Maybe it won't be able to catch us, I say sarcastically. Hey, at least it'll be daytime. Toggle map? There's a map? I don't understand. Oh, it's like a topo map. Kinda. So I'm just like zooming around. I'm like going so fast. Yeah, you do get like a topo map of the area. It's hard to get it at an angle that it's useful. And it even has a little flashlight. Amazing. Oh, come on. I had that hit. Come on. No way you got that on me. What an elegant and graceful strike. That stalker should have been a fencer. Man. That's garbage. I should have had that. I concede the win. He's better at fighting than I am, but that doesn't mean it's right. Gold? Man, I almost want to run home, but you know, whatever. We'll just be brave. We'll lose our stuff and be brave.
Life form readings in this region are sparse. The Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24 hours.
24 hours, you say? Well, we know we can come out here and get silver pretty easy because there's like exposed sandstone there. We also know that we have 30 seconds of oxygen remaining, so we should get up to the roof. And by the roof, I mean the roof of the world. The top of the ocean. Make a Unity-based lightning tutorial. Well, best of luck with that. Hopefully people will find your contributions insightful and useful. Oh boy, ain't that a big old boy. Ha ha! Nope. That thing was huge. Alright, we're gonna need the decoy. We're gonna need the decoy. That's okay. We do have the stuff for it. And we, you know, we're a lot faster now. So we're just gonna grab some more materials. For a second, I was like, I'll try to go faster. It looked like a massive scorpion. Anyway, we're gonna get the decoys, and then we're gonna go. We're not gonna do it in the other order, because we got silver. I think 2 silvers and a gold should be enough. say that was the Reaper? Yeah, you know, it was in the shadow. It looked big and scorpion-like. It looked like, in StarCraft, there's a creature called a Defiler, which, in the Zerg, and it looked a lot like one of those. Just a giant scorpion thing, and I was cognizant that this was definitely the thing I was supposed to have a distracting thing before I messed with it. I figured I could take all my stuff and go home. Because we need to make some decoys, and I didn't, you know, I didn't feel like I was fast enough to not have the decoys, even with our little thing. Forklift? Is the forklift really not anything? I already scanned the forklift? Okay, I tried to. I'm like, I haven't seen this stuff before, I don't think. Like, some of it's gotta be useful. Fluid analyzer non-functional. I can pick it up. And this is just a bunch more stuff that is like the earlier stuff I found. But like a different site to find it, I guess. But now it's like, I don't know if the things are what yeah, no, it's like, see, it's like, oh, I've already got those, but I don't recognize it by, like, sight yet. Before this recent burst of stuff, it was like, if I didn't recognize the shape as being salvaged, that meant it was something new, and now it's like a bunch of it is old hat.
Bleach is an essential chemical used for cleaning wounds and purifying water.
All right. We need a wiring kit. All right. Now we've got our decoys, except we can't pick them up, so we don't have our decoys at all. Yeah, I don't love my chest space situation. I don't love it at all. Alright, I guess we'll make another one. Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna just like stop carrying on to stuff that's not useful. It's not who I am. Don't ask me to be something I'm not. What if I need it later? I do this thing in RPGs where I'll like hold on to items for the whole game with the rationale that like maybe someday I'll need it, right? All right, let's feel so ominous. This game is intense though. It's like it can be really intense in the light, but it's certainly intense big time in the dark. Like it's just so dark here. Why is it so dark? They probably can't come up here, right? Like I'm probably safe. I've never seen them come onto land. All right, well. I'm not afraid of the water, I'm afraid of the dark. Yeah. Alright, well, if we're at like 700 meters now, we still have a good long ways to go before we're at that weird spot again. So I'd prefer to be doing that like in the daytime when we can like kind of see what's up. Oh well. Fortune favors the bold or something. Alright, it's like a kilometer here. That is basically, because there is where Yeah, over here is where the escape pod was. And now with the sun rising, I relate the words of the Klingons. It is a good day to die. Like, where is he at? We were right here, and then, like, we no sooner but look over here. Alright, so we threw a decoy down. Let's see if that works or not. That's a blue light. That seems promising. Well, it isn't. It isn't promising. A spider?! They're just crabs. That's alright. Crab fight? Oh no, crab fight! This is Skyrim all over again. Mud crab boss fight. Mud crab boss fight. Get out of there. Oh yeah, we could scan them. Cave crawler? Ain't no cave. Oh no, they jumped on me. They are absorbing my energies. No, they missed. Alright, we got this floodlight thing.
Blueprint acquired.
It's locked. Not only is it locked, it's ultra locked. These things like can't be killed. Fortunately, we can jump very short distances. Alright. Now that the spiders have been dispatched. Well. We made it.
Warning, ship's structural integrity is low. Fire suppression equipment and laser cutters may be required. Exploration is conducted at your own risk. caution. Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
Yikes. That's not ideal. I think it's telling me that's going to happen to me if I keep on going, but you know, I've got my knife. I've got my trusty knife. It's never failed me yet. Can't jump very high. That's realistic. How high can a person really jump, you know? Admin to the left or cargo
Aurora
bay?
systems are running on local reserve power. Unable to remotely download black box data.
Propulsion cannon fragment. Abandoned PDA. Aurora engineering drone log.
PDA data.
Alright. Since we're in a nice safe spot here, we can... Aurora engineering drone log.
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweak the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored and take a spacewalk into...
Alright, command chair, we got a notes to self PDA.
Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data.
We got all sorts of new information, that's very nice. And a battery. Alright. What else have we got here? Codes and clues. Note to self. Here we are finally in open space across the galaxy to install a phase gate to send shops to mine resources. Is it necessary for them to shake this thing whenever the ship is shaking? If it is, I think it's not. 1806, use birthday, 40 weeks before we get home, 400 weeks, it feels like we're getting home, not getting paid enough. 1454 cargo bay code. Okay. 1454 is the cargo bay code. There we go. And for the launch of the Aurora, so they are going there, they're making hundreds of jumps, 9 different places to get somewhere in 3 months, and then, so it's like a faster than light sort of thing that's going to allow people, you know, to go there. So Altera does 9% of the phase gates in the galaxy, and their rivals are the Mongols. Got it. Alright. Now that we've got the cargo bay launch code, our fire extinguisher is almost out of extinguishing juice. Are they battery-powered extinguishers? Whoops.
Self-scan complete. Foreign bacteria counters reached statistically significant levels. No adverse effects detected. Be vigilant for symptoms.
Oh no, we're gonna get the old foreign stuff. Alright. Don't think we can jump high enough for that. Get around the side. Nope, it doesn't look like we can get around the side. Well. Huh. Said we might need, you know, fire suppression and laser cutters. I guess that's where the laser cutters were, huh? I don't know, maybe I gave up too soon. Let's go see. Maybe there's some other way around. It didn't look like there was another way around, but that didn't mean that I just didn't look hard enough. Maybe, yeah, see, look at this. Maybe we can go up top here and drop down. Okay, that didn't work. That sure didn't work at all. Alright, we died and lost our belongings, but not like our tools and stuff, and only half of our batteries, so... You know, whatever. Let's catch some fish, I guess. Yeah, I caught on fire, I think. I was trying to blow the fire out, but I guess I was on fire and I wasn't blowing the fire out. There was like a blockage. I was up and it looked like I was gonna try to walk around, like it was like a broken upper level, and I was trying to walk around the top of it. But I guess I caught on fire. I chose poorly. Alright, you can't eat those. And we'll just cook up some stuff and get back to it. Our fast swimming thing is more than half gone. So yeah, it's a little annoying to make, but not the end of the world to make another one. He said I cooked Gary. Like in SpongeBob? I don't believe that's true. And if it did happen, well, I'm sorry, Gary. That was a big, weird creature egg. I don't know if we've ever got one of those before. Looks even stranger than the other ones we've acquired. One minute of O2. Stalker's being very brave. See, I get a fish that I hate the most. Aha, that makes sense. This is very much their stomping grounds. Like you big and brave with all you other ones around. Sons, you ask if I play Roblox? No, I've played it before, but only like one night. I played with some friends a few years ago. Played a couple of the classics as it's been explained to me. We played the game where you build a boat. I believe it's called Build a Boat. That one was great. My friends were building their own boats, but then like me and one of my friends, we built a boat together. We won. I mean, we all won, you know, we all built a boat and that's nice, but yeah, no, I never really went back to it. Yeah, my friends that did their individual boats, they were like talking about like all of their like theory and everything, you know, like they were really getting into it. And me and my friend that built a boat together, we were just like, this boat will look cool. We'll put a big old thing here, that'll be cool, that'll look nice. And then they were all like, you have to use an engine, and we just like sat on ours and let the will of the water take us there, and then we won, you know, because if you believe in the river, then it'll sort you out. The soundtrack to this is so good. Whoa, no, what? What on earth? It's like a little fish, and it bit me. Oh, it's called a biter. You'll never guess how they got called that. Reginald? They named a fish Reginald? Does he have like a top hat? That's a real distinguished name. Looks like there's some stuff down there. We're gonna go check it out. Hey, Sid. How are you? I'm doing well. We're just playing this totally restful game, right? You know, it doesn't get the blood pumping at all. I recently caught on fire. That was interesting. I really thought something else was going to get us, like maybe one of the face hugger crabs, but in the end, Scanner room fragment. Oh, we've already found that. That's right. Bioreactor? That's gotta be new, right? Yeah, bioreactor.
New blueprint acquired.
And what's this thing, you know? Sea moth. That's a new one, right? There it is. 2 out of 3 sea moth fragments. Good, good. Tiger plant. Am I under attack? Oh, it's shooting at me. Oh, right, I don't have my, I don't have my med packs on me on account of how I caught on fire and lost them. The tiger plant? Yes, they have bullets. Yeah, no, not underwater. That would be funny though. That would be. So there is. I don't know if it's a famous episode of SpongeBob, but it's famous to me because it was on TV at my friend's house, and we were watching it and stuff. And I was like, this show. It was one of the first ones I'd ever seen. It might have been the first one I had ever seen. And they were visiting Squirrel or something, Sandy the Squirrel. They had like a fire underwater, and I was sitting in the room being like, this is dumb. They've got a fire underwater. Like, what's even going on here? And then the character in the show said something about it, and then the fire instantly went out, and it had a little plume of smoke that went up, and I thought it was just the funniest thing ever. But no, I got caught on fire on the spaceship.
Disguising the flavor of unsavory meat with salt or locally sourced herbs and spices.
The computer's so helpful sometimes. She's like, hey, is your food terrible? Consider eating something else instead. Do yourself a favor. Cooked Reginald. It's extremely filling. Right, and to make more of them, more med kits, we would just need fiber, which you get from the whole, the vines, which can be found relatively freely. Yes, indeed. Poor Reginald. I mean, I think, like, can you even catch and release at that point, right? You know... Okay, so you can get sandstone just like right here. That's good, because one never has enough silver. Yeah, you big, you tough. Everybody proud of you. Stalker tooth! Ha ha! We finally managed to find their sharpened tooth. No doubt knocked it out of their head with one of our furious jabs. One of our strong crosses. Or, you know, maybe a shank. Maybe the old survival shank to the left. The left side of the head, that's what did it. What loosened up the tooth.
Seconds.
Dumb stalker. Trying for like the absolute haymaker, not realizing I was about to go up for air. Well, now I know who wants some. It's you. And you know what, buddy? It's a beautiful day. The sun is high in the sky. Never should have come here. If there wasn't breath or a day-night cycle, none of these fools would ever get away. Ah, come on. I had him. Just because he's bored with me now doesn't mean I didn't have him. What? Oh, get wrecked. We're just gonna zoom back over and drop off our stuff. And by that I mean probably make another... Yeah, probably make... In the grand tradition of everything, we'll make another box to put our stuff into. Look, you could just give me a proper sized chest and we wouldn't have to go through all this. Oh no! Oh no, this is the worst day of my life. I accidentally dropped the things instead of putting them in. It's okay. They're all gonna fall straight down and I can pick up all of the junk. Sorry, stuff. If it's mine, it's stuff. There's no point in having them separate from each other, given that there's no way of knowing what I even want. We will keep the silver with us because we're going to keep that on the inside. Right, right. Look, it's not everything I put into the ocean, I took out of the ocean, right? So, if you think about it, not really think about it, but briefly pretend to think about it. Like, when I drop that rotten creepvine sample in, am I technically throwing rotten creepvine in the ocean? Yeah, but it already had creepvine in it. Some of it was already gonna rot. I am an instrument of fate and nature, you know? Or some other lie, you know? If you didn't like that lie, I can come up with another one. I am capable of wonders. Oh no, I picked it up again. That's the worst. It's Reginald that I'm not supposed to get. And the Gary fish. Alas. You know, I never understand these rules. Alright, get those so that we can leave the silver behind. Well, we'll put our stalker tooth up and just continue on the quest of acquiring things and putting them into boxes, I suppose. I don't know, we can go back to the old Aurora thing. After all, getting killed by a fire doesn't mean that we weren't on the right track. The code is 1454. Fortunately, it is at night. This is good. We will toggle the little night vision light. This will make us feel very secure. I mean, it won't. It'll be okay. What's the most scared you've ever been in a video game? Fortunately, here in the flames of the Aurora, it's always day. Yeah, I can get like pretty tense. You're like, wait, why is it not making any sound? Wouldn't it be better if it was like at least being a little aggressive? You know, it's like it's interesting. Like I wonder, like where the audio triggers are out. You know, like it doesn't say okay if you get between 300 meters and so on, play a song. But once you get within 100 meters of such and such a place, cut it out. Let it get eerie. Let it be the sounds of the area. These spiders are so numerous. Oh man, yeah. Subnautica, a game where I kill spiders on land with a knife around fire. It does what it says on the tin. It's like if you get away from me doing this weird thing, you can't. I've already scanned one. But they're not very well equipped for the physics of fighting, I think. These little speed rays. They can frequently get stuck places. Yeah, they are all over the place. Yeah, cave crabs, is that what they were called? Yeah, I actually don't know if it, like, no, it had to have had one for the, scavengers and parasites, Cave crawler. Ah, come on. I was gonna be like, missed me, but it wouldn't let me turn around. And we're gonna scan ourselves. Any news? We're infected, it says. Well. That's not perfect. Oh no! Well. Like, that was super annoying. Let's at least look around down here a bit, see if we can get anything good. Alright, can't go through there. Can we go over it though? No, probably not. Probably not. Bye, Evan. Thanks for hanging out. It's kind of weird. It's like there's a rock growing out of it, but it won't let me scan it. Apparently it doesn't look weird, and I'm not supposed to notice it. Okay, I think I see now. You wait for him to get the thing, and then inside of it, there's like one with a stalker's tooth as well. No. Just my imagination. Some gold, very excellent, can never have enough. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, ain't that a big guy? Huh. Everything got real quiet there. That stalker's back now, but man, he was definitely outclassed there. I'm like, every little shadow seems like a much bigger problem now. Yeah, see, there he is. He is coming to eat me. No, he is coming to murk that sand shark. He doesn't see me here at all. Right? Backs away. Backs away. Yeah, that's a big old boy, ain't it? Sure, and he is. Say maybe he'll leave me alone. You know he did. And now we can hang out here with the seabirds. We did it, guys. We did it. We successfully found some land. Alright, where's a tree? We need to find a tree so that we can get some wood to make a house. Either that or I guess we can use these metal things to make a little house here. And then we can go and fish, you know, not too close to where that big old guy was, you know, somewhere else. Looks like this sand shark doesn't want us to build a house here, but, you know, he can't stop us. No one can stop us. We found plenty of land. This ship crashed on the only island in the whole joint. Like, what are the odds? Yeah, I mean, it's nice, you know. You've got metal, you've got salt, got anything that goes with that. I mean, look, you got like a little bird guy. Look at these little birds. Yep, no point in going in the water again. We beat the game. Walking around with our little fins on. Come back, Skyray. I wish to scan you. Tell me the secrets of your people. With expanded access to scanning because you fly and it's harder to get a beat on you. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. It won't let me Skyrim up the side there. I merely wish to get closer to the birds. Look how majestic they are. They're like little flying squirrels sort of looking guys. They're so cute. I mean, I know I'm just doing a bit and I can't stand here, but it sort of feels like this is what I was supposed to do, you know? Get off of the escape pod, find land, reach the ship, and wait for this all to blow over. The fact that the core's in, you know, an active meltdown and, you know, all that other stuff. We shouldn't care. We shouldn't. Well, as fun as it would be to stay here, I don't see any trees. I don't have a crafting table. It's back at the, Oh, Stalker and Sand Shark duel. Look, he's like, no, look at me. Oh, you're going to try to come up here? Is that what you think? That's what you think's going to happen? Think you're going to run from your problems up here? You won't. Yeah. Yeah, you really want to run from me out in that direction? I've seen what waits for you in the darkness, buddy. I'm just waiting. I'm like, look at that fool going out over the drop. Yeah, you sure? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, it's all fine, ain't it? I'm sure we're supposed to be right here. It certainly seems okay. I'm like, yeah, let's just go into this sort of murky expanse. Let's go ahead and drop a decoy and see if we can just burst around the side here. After all, with a strong decoy in the water. Should be able to zoom away. Yeah, there we go. Alright, good news, guys. Now, better than an island, we're here with the strange green door. Let me in! Let me in, please? Consider letting me in? Alright, this isn't even nearly as good as the Island of Sand. I don't know why. Don't know why I supposed it might have been. Oh, good news. You just put a new battery into it and it instantly works. You just gotta wait till it gets emptied to put one in. Okay. I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to make another one. You don't. We're gonna zoom on home, do a little bit of fishing, do a little bit of watering. And, you know, I think that was very fruitful. We got some gold, got some silver, got some new stuff. I think we made friends with that Leviathan, that Reaper Leviathan, right? Because he didn't show any particular interest in killing me. And I was right there, you know? Maybe next time we'll go and pat him on the head a little bit and tell him that he's a good Leviathan and a friendly Leviathan. Offer him over, you know, visit to the house, have some nice peanut butter fudge, meet the fam. How does one charge batteries? Into solar power cells? No, they're what's charging this whole thing, right? Because the power on the wall goes down when I fabricate stuff, but it gets more each day. Well, We need to catch some fish. A little bit of foods. A little bit of waters. Hey, Evan. Anything happened? Oh, I made friends with the Reaper Leviathan. He showed absolutely no interest in fighting me. And we came home safely. No, not really. I didn't like get to scan them or anything, you know. Yeah, there were a couple of sites for sure where it was just like right behind me kind of thing. It murked this sand shark. There were a couple times. At one point I did drop a yeah, I just dropped a noisemaker and zooped away. But no, I mean, like, it looked like it was stalking me. I turned the camera around and it just like it's turning its back, and I'm like, oh well, I did not know it was there. Those stalkers know what they did, man. They know. Alright, well, we need to get the gold put up somewhere. We don't need those things in here. They're easy enough to get. We just definitely don't need to carry gold around anywhere. Alright, what else can we make? We can make an advanced wiring kit. I mean, probably, yeah. We've got all that. No, that's just one gold that we have. I think we need two, huh? Yeah, we need one more gold. Say, can we do a giant stress level across stream soon? You got tons of levels for me to play. I don't know, man. Maybe, I don't know. They stress me out. Yes, a spare gold. Alright, so we just need to pick up Alright, and now we have made our most advanced PCS, the Advanced Wiring Kit. Hooray! I don't have anything to do with it, but yeah, nothing needed it, but you know, it's still nice to have. The habitat builder we need a computer chip and a wiring kit for, but we can make another one of those, you know. It wouldn't let us... No, I guess we didn't build the habitat builder. We should have built that. Here, same window, I think I'll finish 8B and Celeste. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know. Maybe sometime this week. I was sort of gonna play it, was the idea, and then I ended up playing Hollow Knight and this, and now there's like a lot of games on my plate relative to what I normally do. Say I should try to get some cave sulfur. Yeah, I agree. I just don't. You know, I never get it whenever I'm around. All right, we'll put the copper and the stuff and the dead batteries and the. Yeah, that's good. You know, I never seem to find it. I've drowned in a cave before. That's almost the same. Yeah, it was a good move, but I knew you were doing it. 'Cause you had the sun in your eyes, you big dumb fish. The crash fish leaving behind when they explode. Oh, I see. You know, I never thought to look. I was just like, man, really is a mistake to run into them. Now they're gone.
Seconds.
Missed me. That egg? I've already got one. I don't know what kind of egg it is, but I believe I've got one of those before. You said the hoverfish is really cool. I think so too. I think they're very nice. A stone floating in the water doesn't seem likely, but it sure is floating though. Gold? Baller. Ah. Inside of those things. I see, I see. That explains why I couldn't find them. Every time it happened, I just left. I'm like, well, I guess they don't drop anything. Oh no, this is not the way out. We're toast. No, we've got this thing now. We might be able to, yeah. It's like we're not gonna be able to get to the upper level in time, but it's all good. See, I can make a repair tool now. Oh yeah, that's right. That was the last piece. I've been needing to get the sulfur the whole time. You know, before I even wanted to make a knife, I did want to fix the pod. It's been up there in the top right this whole time as the goal. I just never found the cave sulfur, so I, you know, kept on doing other stuff. Hooray! We need this silicone rubber thing. We've got extra of that. We don't need to worry about grabbing more samples. Although, a couple more fibers wouldn't go amiss. But now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Repair tool!
Life pod secondary systems online. Running full
Power's on, baby.
putting results to databank.
Oh, it feels good. Can I sit in the chair yet? No, I can't sit in the chair yet. Main power online. Alright, secondary systems online. Outgoing radio off. Incoming radio on. Floating holes okay. Waterborne bacteria, high levels. Does it look any different from the outside? No, not really. But the power's on! The radio!
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in
9 hours? So that's not great.
9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
That does not seem ideal. But we've got these nice chairs. And now I can zap things with my repair tool. So that's pretty good. Alright, so we got the advanced wiring kit, but we need to... Alright, what's next to make? The habitat builder, so computer chip, wiring chip, battery. Table coral. Because we got the gold, right? No, wait, no. We needed the computer chip because this, the computer chip, and what else? And a battery. Habitat builder.
The Builder tool is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
Yes, that's what I wanted it to do. Forges fabricates habitat compartments and appliances from raw materials. Yes, but how, precious? Okay, like this. Hello, Amethyst. Yes, I can build chairs now. And other things, I guess. Right. Right. Whatever. I'm gonna come back to that later, or never. Anyway. Great success. So, I learned how to build stuff, except in a very similar way. I didn't learn how to build stuff at all. We're just gonna not worry about it. It doesn't matter. Because I said, you know, construct it, but it's not constructing, so... Stalker dropped his tooth again. I guess, like, when they pick up the scrap, that's when they drop a tooth sometimes. Maybe not every time, but sometimes. Hello, Honored Flame.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Big old Tyrannid looking guy who is supposedly harmless. If they ever turn around and shank me, then what are you gonna do? I certainly don't have the cultural power to fight against them, you know. They're a much stronger force than I am. This sand shark has, like, radiation on him or something. It's like a beefy one. It's a leveled up one. He's got diseased. He's irradiated. Specimen with symptoms of infection. Hey, there we go. I was right. This looks weird, though. Bioreactor fragment. It was weird, but we'd already seen one before. You have a job, CG Bank. Congratulations. Me too. You know, it does sometimes feel like you need to censor your feelings about having a job, but it's good to have one. As the song goes, I wish I had more money than I had, and I know that that's not punk, but I'd like to pay my rent.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Seamoth fragment? 3 of 3. That looks like a boat.
Acquired.
We're going home to figure out how we can make a boat. It looks like a boat. I don't know if it is one. Chimchi's never heard of them. There is a singer named Richard Cheese who does sort of like 50s lounge singer interpretations of songs. If you've ever seen the 2005, I think, Dawn of the Dead, the mid 2000s Dawn of the Dead, you know, where they're outside and they're doing "Get up, come on, get down with the sickness." You know that bit? That's Richard Cheese's interpretation there. But I think he has a whole career out of doing that sort of shtick. Tim Hortons or Duncan? Neither. I go to this place in town that's named after the town. It's run by this nice Indonesian couple, and they make wonderful donuts. And that's where I go. They're closed like a whole bunch of the year though, because they like go back home, and it's a absolute tragedy for everybody here because we have to eat inferior donuts. Oh, back home. They live here. They go back to their home country, I mean to say. Alright, well, we know how to make it now, but that doesn't matter. Plasteel ingots out of lithium and titanium ingots. I know what lithium is, but we haven't found any. Well, it looks like we can't make anything, and it doesn't matter what the ingredients are, because it won't even tell me. Oh well. Guess I'll make another locker and put these eggs in it. So did you say it's cool you love supporting local businesses? It feels good to me when you're not supporting no corps. Exactly. Exactly, you know, like, if you don't feel like you're actively contributing to, you know, the cyberpunk reality, it can feel nice to go somewhere and, you know, to be recognized and then be like, oh, you know, do you want the usual? And you're like, oh, well, of course I do. Of course, my donut order, I get a kolache most days when I'm there, but I get, my favorite donut in the whole world is the old-fashioned blueberry donut, the blueberry cake donut, the old-fashioned style, so, you know, where it looks like a little flower with, like, the central thing raised up and then, like, a little petal around the outside. That's right. Well, Cyberpunk's just, like, the future, the aesthetic of that, you know, like, neon lights while you buy your donuts from one of the only 2 places left to buy donuts. Made by robots, for robots. I haven't played the game. It's like an aesthetic. I haven't played the game, and I'm not familiar with the show on Netflix. But it's always been like a way to describe the idea.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
It's like it's a nice little bone-chilling thing whenever they do their little grumbling, you know. But at least I know that they don't want to eat me, because man, they sure had me chilled the first time I saw one out in the distance. I thought, like, I probably saw one that was this size, right? And I thought he looked like that, and I didn't stay up enough to get all my breath back. Rookie move. You ask if I'm gang affiliated. No, I'm not a member of any recognized criminal organizations or unrecognized criminal organizations. But I will refer to the words of a longtime hero of mine via another longtime hero of mine, Kurt Vonnegut, the words of Eugene V. Debs, a famed politician and social leader in America. As long as there is a lower class, I am in it. As long as there is a criminal element, I am of it. As long as there is a soul in prison, I am not free. But no, I am not affiliated with a specific gang or anything. And if I was, I would lie. I mean, I'm pretty sure the first rule of getting into a gang is, 1, you get like a sweet chain to wear, and then 2, you have to lie about it.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Oh, these are spider guys, I think. Yeah, look at him. You can tell by the way he is. He has bitten me again. That sand shark is really having a time of it. You say the trams mean things. See, the thing about pictures on the internet like emojis is I don't know what any of them mean, so I just assume that, you know, oh, they're doing another thing I don't understand. Because this is too far, right? We're not going to be able to, like, get out if we go down here. We're not. Yeah, it's just too far. And you lose tons of air, also. We're going to have to, like, get a different technology before we try to go down there.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Too slow. He's such a big old boy. Just peacefully going around, feasting on its plankton. We are now in the Valley of the Reapers. No, these aren't Reapers. These are a different kind of Leviathan. Leviathan is the class. Reaper is the name of the scorpion-looking dude that, you know, is my friend. I know that he's my friend because he hit other people. Tree spawn? That's so confusing. Anyway. Yeah, we found another Seamoth fragment. We found all the fragments, it just won't let me build it. It won't tell me where to build it. It won't tell me the ingredients. That's alright. Keep your secrets.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Like, what is it? How have I not scanned this before?
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Alright, well, we've got some cool samples. Now it's time to get back home. We have this totally useful topographical map. Topographical. I mean, it is useful. The little dot tells you if you're going to run into anything, and the other stuff tells you what's going on around. It doesn't tell you if there's a big old monster in front of you, or if they're friendly. I'm like, no, wait, is he looking at me now? Do they look at you if the light's on? They don't, but they do make you fearful, because there's something about them that makes them look like they're looking right at you, and then you're like, oh, that's just like, you know, bioluminescence, but it certainly makes you feel like it's seeing you. I hate everything. Make it go away. Alright, yeah. Now there's a compartment. And you can sort of see inside of it a little bit. Anyway. I don't care.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by the Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Oh. Well, now we actually have a quest. LifePod 17. Stranded near a cave system and under attack. Well, we'll get back to that next time when we play. It says I can process it into benzene, but it won't let me process it into benzene. It doesn't seem like it's got, like, an age on it. I guess... That's so annoying. You just need some more titanium. And then we can make another locker. And then we can put more of this junk in there. Like empty batteries, I guess, whatever. And we need to get some fishes real quick. Are we doing a stream later tonight? Yeah, probably. Very probably. Incidents, TBD, or John streamed. I don't know. I don't know, man. I do not know what the future's looking like. I'm not particularly feeling like playing Geometry Dash, so I don't know when the next one will be. Just don't know. But alright, yeah, there we have it. We have our first quest. We're supposed to go help people. They have an urgent distress call that they've given us, which is why we're waiting. and not really paying attention to them. That's what normal behavior is if someone's distressed, right? But anyway, that is all I've got for you right now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed. We've made a little bit of progress. We made a couple of things. We met a Reaper. We turned the escape pod back on. That's all very good. We made more lockers to throw junk in. That's all good. But bye Evan. Bye CG Bang. Bye Sid if you're still here. Goodbye everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, and I see your message now. Yes, I appreciate you. I will have some fudge, and I'll tell you about it afterward. But yeah, this is fun. I guess what we're like 5.5 hours or so deep into Subnautica now. Probably 30 minutes for a normal player, but I like to move at my own pace. Yeah, that's all I've got. Probably be back later on tonight. Not sure what we'll be playing. Probably just chilling in Minecraft, honestly, but I'm not sure. Could be anything. Could play Hollow Knight. Could play Celeste. Could play a whole new game. It probably won't be that, but it could be. It could be. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you enjoyed. I know I said that, but it's worth saying twice. Whatever. I shouldn't do the sign off. I should hit a little button on my desk that says, now you have to end. But anyway, that's all I've got for you right now. I swear it really is. Bye, everyone.